How do we feel about like a kooky, sleazy radio opening? Like one of those ones where you have like sound effects.
Yeah, I
going
forgot my
off in
sound
the
effects
background.
button at home.
Yeah.
Or what? Who's
Like,
the?
hey everybody,
It's Joey from Joey's Super Cool Food Reviews.
it's Joey from Joey's Super Cool Food Reviews. He's back.
right. And like a slide whistle.
No, fuck that.
Trash mash.
We need to let's do a Howard Stern pivot. Let's have
He looks kind of like, I was actually looking at him yesterday because I was showing Caitlin, but he looks kind of like Slash, but if like, I don't know, it's like if Slash just kind of sat down for 30 years instead of playing in a rock band. It's just kind of like, if he sat down and never got back up and just kind of...
Wait.
Not that he's overweight, but just like that he's never done anything.
But wait, all right. When you say Slash,
Yeah,
what
from
about
Guns N' Roses.
Right, but okay. What about Slash fic? Like instead
good
of
transition.
instead of it being about like two different characters romance.
It's always about
it's
Slash.
just about Slash from Guns N' Roses.
I guess toss a definition. Slash fic is like a fan fiction term, right?
Yes.
What does
It's
that
like-
actually mean?
I'm pretty sure it just refers to two characters, like in a romance together. Let's see
Okay.
what the internet says. Slash fiction is a genre of fan fiction that focuses on interpersonal attraction, sexual relationships between fictional characters of the same sex. Okay, so it's specifically of same-sex pairings.
So it's if it's two
Harry
slashes.
Malfoy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, what if you wanted to do Slash with another Slash or Slash Howard Stern fanfic?
Wait, so you're saying
Howard
Slash?
Stern slash fic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That's big. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm on it.
I think the first problem you would run into if you wanted to write that would be that it would be awful.
Well,
It might be. I don't know.
listen, that's not anything that a little nodding can't spruce up. Yeah, no, as Greg said, we can transition into the
Yeah, so-
Omegaverse and Sherlock.
I didn't. So wait, I didn't
Well,
say that at
no,
all.
I don't think
Too
anybody said
bad.
that.
Too late.
Well, hang on. So this is Trash Mash. Welcome back. This is another episode of your favorite podcast where we talk about the depths
Stuff like
of
nodding.
the internet. Where we talk about nodding exclusively.
Yeah.
This is now a nodding podcast.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
Yeah.
Danny.
I'm Alex.
I'm Greg.
Yeah. Sorry. I just got too eager to get into the Omegaverse and nodding.
We are
and
gonna
it just-
swing into nodding
I lost
now.
my mind and went into a blood rage. I forgot about the
You see in brown.
decorum, I forgot about the rules. But anyway, okay, so let me explain. So there is a subgenre of fan fiction called the Omegaverse, in which male characters get pregnant. But it also involves sub and like dom relationships between characters that are like very animalistic. They're like trying to be
Like alphas and
Yeah,
right, okay, so they replaced like normal things with normal sexualities with sexualities called like alpha, beta, and omega. There might be
Right.
more. I think we need to bring it up.
I think that's all of them. Maybe there's like other like lesser known ones, but those are the main ones. And like as you imagine, alpha is like big, strong, exudes
Bucks.
confidence, deal. Fucks, red blooded. Then betas are submissive and whatever. And then omegas are like even lower than betas, I guess, and are like you know what? Before I talk out of my ass, let me bring up a definition here.
Betas are. This is according to Puppy Lover 857 on DeviantArt. I hope that's like in a normal person way, but I can't imagine it is.
No.
Assume the worst.
Yeah.
So the alphas are the more aggressive ones out of everyone. They are larger and stronger, the dominant ones in bed. Betas are the normal everyday guy. They can still breed with other betas, but cannot breed with omegas or get them pregnant. Oh, I think everyone in these kinds of universes
They want to fuck
get-
omegas.
they can get pregnant. I think
Oh yeah, everyone can get pregnant.
can
Just like
get
in real
pregnant.
life.
Yeah, and then omegas are softer and more gentle. They're nurturing parents to raise their children.
Are they softer physically or personality-wise?
I would assume they mean personality rise, but it could be.
Yeah,
that.
no, I was
They're very high grit if we're talking about it from like a sandpaper perspective, which is something I'm sure a lot of our listeners are familiar
So
with.
alphas are like, a 30 grit.
30
like really
grit,
rough.
like
Yeah.
rocks
like
taped
one,
to a piece of
I'm a
paper.
grit 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So, let me explain nodding. So, nodding is like a phenomenon that occurs in the same sphere as the Omegaverse and all this other shit. And basically, it is in which a character has a canine penis with like a knot, as they say. And nodding refers to the insertion of the knot into a given orifice.
In real life, it happens on like canines and stuff. So this whole thing is very inspired by canine science.
Yeah. Yes.
There's probably some furry overlap here.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Nodding. The penis enlarges during climax and remains enlarged to the point where it's literally stuck inside the female for as long as the mating process goes on.
Ooh.
So a while back, like my friend had showed me a Sherlock Omega fan fiction with the show
Of course.
Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch. And so before the podcast, I was like, okay, I'm going to bring that up so we can talk about it. So I typed in Omega Sherlock, and I clicked on the first result, which took me to an archive of our own. It produced 20 pages of results for Omega Sherlock. That's 392 unique fan fiction series about this
With multiple
topic.
entries apiece, right?
Yes,
Usually.
but most of them usually, with multiple entries apiece. This one has 3 chapters, this one has 17, etc.
Now, is that just for the show Sherlock, or is that anything that meets the search term Sherlock?
Anything that meets the
Okay.
that meets those search.
That's a little
terms.
bit better than if it was just one Sherlock show, because there have been a few, right? Like,
It doesn't smell good.
Actually, most of them are actually based on the original Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah, they actually were written in like 1800s and they've been scanned and uploaded.
the Knot of Baskerville is a classic one.
Oh god.
Or Watson inserts his knot into Sherlock.
That's gotta be one though, right? Because the original is the Hounds of Baskerville.
Right. Oh yeah. There's got
You've got knots. You've got knots
Good
endemic in
point.
that.
Yeah.
There was
But
knotting in the original, I think, and so people are just like writing around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Even just looking at the tags for these is well, amazing, we'll say. Like there was one in particular here. So this one's called Heaven Sent and Hell Burnt (parentheses Burn Baby Burn) by Violent Addict. The first tag in bold is underage. And then it goes on mating cycles / in heat, bonding, underage, though not really, which concerns me tremendously. Pretty sure that's a binary category there. Let's see. What else we got? Eventual smut, older Watson, Victorian into London, plot with porn, rimming, barebacking, more plot than I realized, face fucking. It's just,
How does it contain eventual smut but also face fucking? Like, doesn't eventual
I guess
smut...
it builds up to that. It builds
Okay.
up, you know? Minor character death. I'm assuming that means, like, a
gets
character
fucked to
dies
death.
like, well, okay, that, yeah, but a character just dies a little bit, you know? Not
Oh, they're just minorly dead. I see.
right.
No, I thought it was
light-
just like
a
someone
light
gets
dying.
face fucked to death.
Okay, wait. You say that, but there is. Like, I know we swore off Harry Potter fan fiction, but there is a Harry Potter fan fiction in which Lucius Malfoy carves out Malfoy's eyeball and fucks his skull. I'm not kidding. I am not fucking kidding. That is a real life thing.
Alright.
Oh my god, I just did a search for Omegaverse, and one of the results, mercifully, was asking about the verse from the Bible. The Alpha and the Omega.
Dude, there's nodding in the Bible, too.
Yeah, of course there is.
No, just imagine the poor Sunday school student that's like trying to search for that verse in the Bible, and they
The
find
Bible
all this
verse,
fucking
yeah.
nodding porn.
Or, I mean,
And it
conversely...
instantly converts them.
Right, I was just gonna say, that could be a good
Yeah,
thing. I
true.
mean, that could set them on the path that defines the rest of their life.
I mean,
That's how it happened to me.
She would define them.
Some like second grader in CCD trying to find the I am the Alpha and the Omegaverse. Suddenly
1 hour
stumbles
later,
on-
he's trying to insert
Oh!
Whoa! Hang on.
Moving on. Next topic.
Hey, you said second grade. That was.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Before we move on, pump the brakes. There's a I found a tag that was called cum inflation, COME inflation. Which hold on, I need to get to the bottom of this.
I've seen that spelling before,
But
just
like,
to,
what
to-
even?
just as
What
a
the
cum.
fuck does that mean? How does one inflate?
Well, you know,
How does one inflate the sperm?
you know. I'm assuming it's more like a violet in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was inflated with blueberry juice, but she swelled up. So if you got inflated with cum, I imagine it's just the same kind of
I
situation.
see. So like the cum is what's inflating the body.
That's
I
my guess.
imagined
That's my
that
take.
inflation referred to the cum itself, which confused me.
Oh, so like giant, like man-sized
Yeah, like
sperms just
like
kinda...
the ejaculate, it keeps expanding itself, you know. But I guess
guess.
that's what's happening just inside of you, and that's what causes the bit. Because I was gonna say, sure.
Honestly, I wouldn't rule that out.
Horrific. Okay, anyway, now we can.
This is another one from Yahoo asking about the Omegaverse. Is Omegaverse real?
Yes.
Answer 1. Yes, it's porn.
Yes. Omegaverse is real. I saw it.
I was in the Omegaverse. I did a lot of nutmeg and Benadryl, and I saw the Omegaverse as I was rolling around on the floor.
Before we launch into anything else, I have a theory.
Lay it on me.
Through like centuries and centuries of translation, the Bible verse actually, what it originally was supposed to say was, I am the Alpha in the Omegaverse. and that was God telling his creation that he's the Alpha
Right.
in this universe that he was creating called the Omegaverse. Where and he was
Jesus the first furry?
No,
Yes.
Jesus was the first. Jesus was the first beta, and then Mary was an Omega.
Huh.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, I can see it. And then Moses. Moses.
Also, he was the first furry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Damn
what
it.
were you gonna say?
I was gonna say something along those lines, that Moses was a big fat furry and was real into nutting.
What would happen if, like the most recent pope, I forget what his name is,
Francis.
Francis.
Cumberbund, yeah.
Get the
Pope
fuck
Francis has been pretty like progressive and liberal, at least as far as popes go. As far as like recent popes go too. He's like, he's saying that he's cool with gay marriage and certain stuff. But what do you think the backlash would be if the Pope came on TV one day and said, "Hey, Jesus was an alpha, and he performed nodding with his 12 disciples," and he went into graphic detail, presented like paintings, paintings that look like they're from like the Renaissance of these religious paintings. Like they match the style, and like they look like they're from artists of the time, and they were just recently dug out of the earth. For hundreds of years they've been sealed away, and this hidden truth. Do you think people would take that well?
He says, "I have the new Shroud of Turin. I have the real Shroud of Turin. It's Jesus' not.
I have no
penis.
idea what that
it's
is.
It's an impression. It's the cloth that when Jesus was walking up to the crucifix, he put his face in it, and it like held his like image perfectly in it.
So that was an obscure religious reference.
Yeah.
I think I knew it was.
Well, it's pretty famous.
Yeah, it's pretty famous. This is low-hanging fruit. But
I guess it's a Catholic reference.
What I'm proposing is that he put his penis on it instead.
Well, here's what I was gonna say. He says, "Here's the Shroud of Turin," and then he shows he flashes his foreskin.
He wouldn't have had a foreskin at that point, dummy.
Yeah,
Jesus was Jewish.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So you said, how would people react? Well, I think that when Francis begins by saying Jesus was an alpha, I think the crowd will go wild, right?
Yeah,
and
that's true.
They'll hear
Especially
just that.
if he says it in America.
Yeah, and then they'll start cheering and stuff, and then he'll start
Then
like
he
the
can
sentence.
slip in the rest.
Yeah, the sentence keeps going, and people are like, wait a minute, what was that last one? And then he whips out the paintings, and they're all like, oh, whoa.
Oh God. Fuck.
But they're like, well, listen, if this is what
If that's what it takes.
this is the word of God, I'm in, you know.
And also with you.
Pope Francis, like after they realize what's happening, he has to quiet them down, and he says, no, it's cool, it's cool.
It's cool.
Jesus had a knotted penis. It's cool. He's an alpha. And then they start cheering again.
Right.
Yeah. And if you disagree, you're an Omega cuck.
Oh yeah. Mega cup.
We could jump into Chris Boers. Is it too early for that?
I've been waiting my whole life.
Yeah, let's jump into that tub of hot water.
All right.
No,
So I think no, I don't think we can jump in. I think we actually have to dip our toes in. So Chris Boers is otherwise known as the Irate Gamer.
Yes.
He is a. You guys might be better explaining who he is.
Yeah,
So-
so put yourself back in the time frame. It's the year 2006, 2008. Actually, I don't remember the year. AVGN is just making a scene on YouTube. He's yelling at video games. It's crazy.
That's the
It's
angry
new.
video game
It's
nerd.
fresh.
It's funny.
Oh yeah,
people
angry video
like
game
it.
nerd.
Yeah.
He's making YouTube videos. Everybody's happy. And Chris Boers, a young guy, decides I'm gonna make video game reviews as well. But it's hard to come up with your own ideas, so he copies some of the angry video game nerds' ideas,
Right.
and he makes his own
Even the
channel.
name.
Some of meaning 100% of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Even the
he
name.
makes his channel the Irate Gamer, where he reviews video games, and he got a lot of flack for his copied content, and over the years has kind of he's distanced himself from stealing content, and he does make his own content. It's just
Hilarious.
it's not very good, but he does video game reviews, but has also recently kind of branched. I think he noticed that he wasn't really making enough money doing the video game reviews. So now he's split.
Well, let's put it this way.
He found his true
branched
calling.
off. He found his true calling.
Yeah.
And that
Which is
calling
ghost
was
hunting.
talking to ghosts.
Yeah.
So I've signed up for the Amazon free trial of Kindle because he published a book called Ghost Hunting 2.0: Breaking New Ground. Personally, I didn't know there was new ground to be broken in ghost hunting. I didn't know
Right.
there was ground to be broken in ghost hunting because it's fake.
Whoa. Whoa. Listen.
It's just you're just gonna jump right there. I mean,
Yeah, listen. The other
Okay.
night I heard a light rustling in in the corner of my bedroom, and it couldn't possibly have been the cat. It must have been a ghost.
yeah.
Also, I was gonna say I also want to draw quick attention to the fact that he refers to himself as a ghost behaviorist. I think that really that kind of encapsulates the delusions of grandeur, to put it bluntly, that ghost hunters have, where they try to add science into the mix to make it
Yeah.
look valid. Oh, here's
Right.
my EKG meter, whatever nonsense.
Yeah. So I'm looking at some of the comments on his book.
No, hold on, I'm crossing.
Yeah, let's talk
It's
about that.
the one in real life anyway, that ghost hunters quote
Oh.
use is, I think it's a K2 meter. It looks like.
K2 meter, that's right. Yeah, EEGs and EKGs are both refer to different types of electrograms that measure brain
Real
brain and heart activity. I just got it confused.
The K2 meter is effectively, if you've seen the movie Ghostbusters and you remember the part where they pull out the little device that tracks the ghost, that's effectively what the K2 meter claims to be in real life. You can buy it on Amazon or eBay or whatever, and you get this little electronic device that you can turn on, and it just kind of beeps when there's ghosts activity. And Chris Boers' science, the science that he's breaking in this book is that he asked a question to a ghost that's allegedly in the room, and the machine beeped. So must have been the ghost. And that's it. That really is the science. And but what if spectral energy doesn't even exist? You're not measuring anything. That machine's not doing anything.
No, they just can't nail it down. It's
Right.
like the string theory.
Yeah, right.
It's too complicated.
Also, wait, you say K2 meter? Is that
K2.
Is that
Like the
measuring
mountain.
well, I was gonna say like synthetic weed, like spice.
Oh, nice.
Does it measure how much K2 is in you?
If you smoke some K2 and you turn on the K2 meter, it beeps.
Whoa, the ghosts are talking.
So there's no ghost at any of these locations. Chris Boers just smokes a fuck
You just
ton of
hide his
spice.
shit on K2, yeah.
Okay, so also sidebar. One night I was drunk and friended Chris Boers on Facebook, and he accepted.
Hey,
and
no,
then-
we're all friends with Chris Boers on Facebook. Thank you.
We are all friends,
Yeah.
but that's my story of becoming friends with him.
Yeah.
Oh god, it really does look just like a thing from Ghostbusters. It's not even like.
Yeah. Well, they know they weren't. They used like a real like pre-existing like stuff because I'm pretty sure Dan Aykroyd is like into all that shit. Like he
that's true,
earnestly,
yeah.
he earnestly believes a lot of that.
He
stuff.
captured a ghost and he put it into his vodka.
Is that a thing that he said?
It's a good
No.
spot for it.
Okay.
Well, he sells Crystal Skull
Right,
vodka.
I know that he has the vodka brand, but I thought maybe like I don't know. I've heard so many
No.
stories about the shit that he believes that like I
No.
thought maybe.
I mean, there's like my favorite is like there's the clip of him on like Larry King or something just ranting about the greys and the different types of aliens.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's 100% serious.
It's troubling.
The video of him like describing his vodka and like the different choices he made and like why he put it in a crystal skull is actually really entertaining.
What's the reason?
Yeah, why did he?
I don't actually remember like the specifics. I mean, he buys into the idea of crystal skulls. That the whole conspiracy theory that like these crystal skulls exist and there's no possible way someone could have made them with like a machine or like hand tools. They have to be alien origin. There's no possible way. And it's like, didn't you disprove that by just like mass producing things that look like crystal skulls? Like, I don't know.
Those aren't the same kind.
They're not. Yeah, I guess the other ones are older and they've existed for longer. But like, people have been sculpting for thousands of years. Like, I don't know if you can. I don't know. I guess they're really nicely made. But they also like probably have never been dated accurately, and like no one really knows anything of it. Like, it's kind of a weird conspiracy theory.
Chris has like
Boers.
he's tried to like distance himself from the irate gamer somewhat, and so like his website is just like all about the ghost hunting shit, and then he kind of mentions irate gamer and it's like a like sub thing. But so as far as his book goes, he like he like talks about all of these different like questions that he like wants to answer in it, and then he like doesn't do that if I recall correctly. I remember like I paged through some of it a while back, and I was,
Well,
it was
let's
very
dive
confusing.
into it.
But yeah, why don't you have it up, Danny? So.
This is chapter 1, introduction. I'm not going to read the whole things out, but I think I've picked out a few lines that are pretty striking. And the first one is, I interview ghosts. That's a quote. Chris Boers interviews ghosts. The irate gamer, interviews ghosts. I've started off a lot of conversations that way, and some of the odd looks I receive back in my direction are priceless. See, so I want to try this sometime in the future
Yeah.
when I'm meeting someone new.
Like, hi, I'm Alex, and I
interview ghosts. And see what kind of response I get. Because I think the priceless reactions that he's seeing are probably a lot more negative than he's thinking.
Right.
Rightful.
They go better in his head.
Well, I think he also thinks that, like, yeah, people, like, I think he might realize that people are reacting negatively, but he thinks, like, that, like, oh, like...
I'm about to show them.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah.
They just haven't heard the science yet.
Yeah. So, and actually, he's kind of on the same page as us about some things. For years, I have watched ghost hunters on television going out to several haunted locations and perform the same investigation techniques over and over
I'm
again.
tired of the same stuff. Give me something new. Where's a fresh take on the ghost hunting?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what he says. No one seems to know where to take this field of research next. So many people, paranormal books, and lectures regurgitate the same topics over and over again. He calls it a field, which I would contest a little bit.
A field, including Chris Boers and Chris Boers alone.
Yeah, and so that's like a large part of the intro.
On his website, so he has the thing, he's trying to, like, advertise for the book. And he says, oh, okay, first of all, did we say that the book is called Ghost Hunting 2.0? Because I really want to emphasize that it's called Ghost Hunting 2.0. That's the most Web 2.0 shit I've ever heard.
It's pretty self-aggrandizing of him to think that he is worthy of a major version. He might
Yeah.
be like Ghost Hunting 1.57.
Yeah, 0.5.
Yeah, right. Well, no, because so on his website he says new paradigms, right? Like he thinks that this is a paradigm shift, and here's what he has to say. He says that Eastern philosophy and the Tibetan Book of the Dead are both like huge discoveries that he's made, and that like by appealing to like, ooh, those kooky foreigners, like they sure know a lot about ghosts, and like woefully misinterpreting like entire religions. Like he's
the
like,
Tibetan Book of the Dead is about ghosts.
Well, he also mentions that he uses quantum physics.
Yep.
Which I don't want to doubt that you understand quantum physics, Chris Boris, but there's no fucking way you understand quantum physics.
Also psychology. He says, 6 classifications of spirits. By using psychology as a foundation to work up from, breaking down the psyche of a spirit has allowed us to map out 6 different spirit types. By separating the spirits by classification, we are able to understand their ailments and approach them accordingly so that they are more willing to speak and interact with us. Is he trying to go for like a Myers-Briggs personality?
I was just about to say
That's what I
that.
was gonna say. I'm an INFP ghost.
Yeah. He just reads all the questions from a
Totally.
Myers-Briggs test, and if it beeps, that's a yes, and then he gives them like, oh, turns out, Ghost, you're an ENFJ. That was my interview.
You'll probably be a good accountant, Ghost.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you know that Thurgood
Mrs.
Marshall was an
Jones.
ENFJ?
Yeah. Also, like, I want to clear the air a little bit. Use our platform for some good here. But the Myers-Briggs test has no scientific merit whatsoever. It's it's appealing, and it might like tell you some things you already thought about yourself, but that's about it.
But more importantly, it's not going to tell you anything about ghosts either.
Oh yeah. Myers-Briggs test has nothing to do with ghosts, and that's the major problem with it. Psychologists have been complaining for years. It does not analyze your Thetan level. It doesn't analyze what type of ghost you are.
Like look, they've been off the fucking charts recently.
Yeah, well, with this heat, dude, you gotta get Thetans.
Thetans go up, way
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I saw an ad on a porn site the other day, and it was a
Nice.
picture of Chris Boers' face, and it said,
Psychologist hate
and I got
this
rock
man.
hard immediately. Real horny.
This man
that's
is
that was the
interviewing
joke I was
hot
about to
ghosts.
make.
Oh, sorry.
And basically, you're a fucking, I don't know.
Joke.
What's a
You're
word
a
that
Ghost
would make a
Hunter
punchline
1.0.
there? Yeah, you are 1.0.
This greasy fuck is having sex with hot ghosts.
And basically, you're alive.
So what you're saying is, if I kill myself, I'll get all kinds of hot ghost tail.
Nah, because
Maybe I'll
Chris
get to-
Boers is gonna fuck you in the afterlife.
He's gonna summon me. He's gonna fuck me with the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Do you think Casper is ever shown up in any of this? Like, do you think that?
You think he's talked to Casper?
Yeah, or
Is that what
do you
you're
think he's
getting
ever? No, I'm saying, do you think he's ever tried to fuck Casper? Oh, actually, okay, wait, hold on.
I think he's had a foursome with those other 3 ghosts, especially the fat one.
Yeah. Winky, Blinky,
Inky,
and Clyde.
Pinky, and Blinky.
There you go. Wait, Casper, the friendly ghost, rule.
Jasper,
34.
Roland.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh.
Did you look for porn of the Casper ghost?
I sure did.
Is it there?
Oh yeah, it's here.
Okay.
Oh, that's foul. That's.
This is the point where we edit the audio waveform of the podcast to be the porn image of the Casper ghost.
Yeah. It's like the fucking. It's like what's the thing called? It's like the Arecibo message or whatever. It's like encoded
Yeah.
bit image so that aliens can find us or whatever. But it's an image of Casper anally fucking a character from the Casper canon. And the aliens are like, what the fuck?
I believe it's the
blow
Friendly
us up.
Ghost Extended Universe.
They just fire a meteor at Earth and then serve us all. For our sins.
They have 2 buttons. One fires a meteor, and the other one doesn't.
The other one inundates the planet with horny ghosts.
Because, if aliens have advanced in any science, it's definitely paranormal science.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. They know all
They probably
about the
have-
6 classifications. They actually have their own Tibetan Book of the Dead.
They have K3 meters that are twice as good as
Right.
K2 meters.
It puts the K2 meter to shame.
Which isn't hard.
Right.
We really need to step up our K technology.
What does it even stand for? What do they? Hold on, I gotta look this up.
I was looking at the Amazon thing, and it
Stands
seems to
for
measure.
ghost.
Well, it measures. I don't even fucking know what it responds to EMF fluctuations and spikes,
so
which is
literally,
electromagnetic fields.
Fields, yeah.
Like
so
your-
like
you know, your phone-
everything,
if
yeah,
your phone
phone
gets near it.
yeah, any electronic ever, it's just
The
going to
camera that you're
cause
like
this thing-
recording
right.
your ghost show with probably
Right.
sets it off.
Yeah, even just like atmospheric, like if there's like a storm or something, that would set it off. Like just anything will
Yep.
set that thing up. That's fucking amazing.
This guy says it's 99.1% accurate readings. It's the holy grail of ghost hunting equipment.
Accurate, like to what?
Uh,
Like it's actually measuring the amount of EMF fluctuation? Because like I mean probably, but is it measuring ghosts? I don't know.
well, let's not count it out. I do really like if you go to the Amazon page for Chris Borz's book. I really like how it's 50% 5-star reviews and 50% 1-star reviews. It's like it's split right down the middle.
Nice.
How many reviews are there?
There's only 40 reviews, so okay, it's not really that much, but a lot of the reviews are just saying like the book has blatant grammar issues, and also like you claim to be breaking new ground, but you never actually say anything. You just kind of like reference the Tibetan Book of the Dead, but you don't really like.
Yeah.
You clearly don't understand anything you're talking about.
Right. Because it doesn't have any fucking relation to anything ever.
Right. It's not. You're pretending to be an expert in something that's not real. So I mean, I guess you do know a lot about like ghost psychology. It's just the unfortunate fact that ghost psychology doesn't exist.
Hang on, I got a mouthful for you.
Do you interview ghosts?
Via Chris Bors. This is addressed to the skeptics.
Oh,
this
shit.
is
Oh,
just-
shit.
This will
this
shut
is
us
just,
up.
He's gonna blast me.
This is a throwdown. So
man.
I want you to get your ass ready for this.
Right.
The skeptics. I'm sure this book will find its fair share of criticism from skeptics that want to put my methods under a microscope. When it comes to the paranormal, people have a, quote, need to see it to believe it attitude.
Yeah.
I understand the reaction, though, because I also tend to react the same way.
It's called science, my friend.
Yeah, this isn't that much of a blast, Chris. Oh, okay, now he's talking about K2 meters. I'm going to skip to that. On this particular evening, Fred Wilmette and a group of 10 others all followed me down into the basement. Then
Wait,
I pulled
Fred
a-
and Wilma, like the Flintstones?
Body, my ghost.
Because in the Irate Gamer, in episodes of the Irate Gamer, he often has like video game character sprites like be characters in the show with him, like
Because he doesn't have any.
he'll
friends.
edit them in After Effects, like bounce around and like talk to him. So I'm thinking maybe when he went ghost hunting, he brought Fred and Wilma with him.
He brought like NES sprites of Fred and Wilma Flintstone.
Anyway, sorry, keep.
Does he
going.
see those characters when the video stops filming?
Chris, that's a pretty trusty K2 meter. I then pulled out my trusty K2 meter. This is one of the devices I use in contacting spirits. This is one of the easiest ways for a spirit to interact with humans. With the K2 meter firmly in my hand, I called out to the empty room. If there is anyone here, can you please light up this device for me?
Mhm.
I waited for an answer. Wait, for the last 2 years I worked very, very diligently? He doesn't tell me what happens. He just skips to...
Wait, is that where that story stops?
Oh, no, wait, he continues.
Okay.
Then, like magic, it happened. The lights on the K2 meter danced.
Like
Thank
magic,
you.
wink.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So that's
Climactic.
to the skeptic.
I appreciate that.
So basically, fuck you guys.
I mean, he got me. His meter did light up after he asked a question. He blew me away.
Yeah. So wait a minute. I do like how he's like deriding the idea of like putting his methods under a microscope and like needing to see evidence to believe it, aka the core tenets of science, which he tries to hide behind and pretend that he's doing.
But it's like in the same breath as he's like, I'm breaking new ground. He's like, I'm proving everyone else wrong with my new method. But he doesn't like. if you can't prove that the other methods are wrong or prove that your method is right, you haven't proven anything. You just kind of talked about a lot.
He wants it applied to everyone else, but not him.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I think that's actually how Einstein did science.
For sure.
Yeah. Did you know they never proved any of the stuff Einstein ever did?
Yeah, that's why it's all a theory.
That's why gravity's just a theory.
Einstein himself.
Listen
just
here.
a theory.
Listen
just
here.
A theory.
I didn't
With no
evolve.
proof.
I didn't evolve from no fucking chimp. All right. All right. No chimps.
I mean, if you evolved from a monkey, how come there's still monkeys?
Exactly. I didn't
Boom.
fuck no fucking chimp.
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of angry at Chris Bores. So I want to leave us with one last thing, and that's his last post on Facebook, which is "Merry Christmas to all, and to all game on," which is it's a unique post in that it makes me hate two things I really like, which is Christmas and video games.
And game on. And getting your game on.
Oh man.
So you're talking about seeing Chris Bores on the side of a porn site.
Yeah.
It's time for the second annual
Gregorian's Nook.
Gregorian's Nook. Ooh,
I
that's
like that
that's
name.
a slick reference.
Yeah.
Back in middle school, our friend had a website called turtleblot.com. But so I had a page on that site where I was given like my own page where I could post content, and I called it Gregorian's Nook. And it was just like, 4 YouTube links, and that was the amount that I ever gave a shit about it. So, welcome to my Nook.
Yes.
So I've got a few hot off the press, if you know what I mean. And some of these are just really quick. So this one is "Come of the Student" remastered. Which really is only funny to me just for the idea of a remastered like porn, as you would remaster a film or remaster a video game or something. And like, does that happen?
Or an album, or like
Also-
a masterful album.
Yeah, like somebody went and they they
HD
combed over the
remake.
grainy footage of this like porn from the 80s, and they just like slapped it onto a Blu-ray, and we remastered it. It's good enough.
They added in CG Jar Jar Binks and stuff.
In this version, you think that the guy comes first, but it's actually the girl.
Wait, hang on.
And her neck snaps off of her body, and his cum shoots onto the wall.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know I said I was fed up with Chris Bores, but I
Crawling back.
want to jump back for literally 5 seconds. Somebody in the review section posted a video with the book in the toilet.
Oh, nice.
That's all.
Okay,
Okay, back to that.
So, cum of the student, it sounds like an ingredient in like a witch's brew. Like you get kind of an eye of newt, toe of
Cum of the
frog,
student.
cum of the
Come,
student.
students.
Okay.
Oh, man. Alright, what's next?
So
Lay it
there's
on
that
me.
one. This one,
Trending search is fidget spinner.
Oh my god.
Fidget spinner porn. Alright, hold on. Alright, fidget spinner rule 34. Oh yeah, before the podcast.
oh yeah, we already know that exists, because I sent that to you guys, the rule, like the
Yeah.
sexualized fidget
Yeah,
spinner.
there was a fidget spinner with a big booty. But no. Also, before this podcast, we searched for fidget spinner Minecraft that actually yielded results.
Oh, there's so many.
There were
so many already.
fidget spinners in Minecraft. But yeah, this is a drawing of a dick through a fidget spinner. So that's good.
So yeah, it's already been done. But yeah, for whatever reason, this image that I showed them was a trending searches page on one of the porn sites, and the top trending search for the day was fidget spinner.
Also, Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, Happy Mother's Day is
the
number
second
2.
one, which that's fucking hilarious.
And the last trending search is Pornhub.com.
Pornhub.
So wait, they went to Pornhub and then typed in Pornhub.com. Enough people did this that it became a trending search. Maybe we're missing something here. There's some kind of like parody called Pornhub, but I kind of doubt that pretty strongly.
I know there's Cornhub.
Yeah, right. But Pornhub, like just
Pornhub?
imagine like, all these like brain dead people. Like I know that like like typos happen all the time, but like I do like the idea of like somebody kind of like stroking out while they're like trying to type something, and then they've got a dick in hand and they're like
Right, that's probably more the reason why.
Pornhub.com. Anyway, it's hilarious.
And the last one I've got is
I found a fidget spinner with hentai face.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh, is this the Christmas tree one? Yes.
So this one is this is one that I watched. The video is simply called Xmas Tree, and it's two women, Dominatrix. Dominatrix. Yeah. Goddamn. And the other girl is dressed normally at first, but the entire length of the video, which is like 20 or 30 minutes, it's long. The other girl wraps her in like saran wrap and then tree branches. And eventually she looks like a Christmas tree, and she's got ornaments, there's presents underneath the tree, it's like everything.
No sex happens in this, right?
No sex. No, I skimmed. There's no nudity,
That's the best part for me. No nudity, no sex at all.
There's no touching or nothing. The only touching is her adding more Christmas tree stuff.
God, I wish that were me.
Yeah, I guess it's just some sort of transformation fetish type thing.
Into a Christmas tree.
I guess, yeah, into a tree.
I'm very curious about any sexual feelings from this. I want someone to explain to me, like, where the sexual feelings come from. I mean, I think that, like, yeah, it has to do with, like, transformation. But,
I'll explain it.
Why specifically Oh, yeah.
Alright, so, it's super hot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Because it's like,
Well, when you get like a little bit of sap on your fingers and you kind of like stick it back and forth between your fingers and it's kind of like that. It's the feeling when you brush up against a tree and you get a little twinge in your penis.
I mean, we'll know, but
you know the feeling when you smell that like dank pine.
Yeah, that's
and you
true.
Just,
no, you're right.
I'm really trying to under the collar.
Listen, I didn't want to say it, but I was just trying to cover up my intense tree lust.
Tree fetish. How does like Lord of the Rings? Is that really good?
Oh yeah, dude, Lord of the Rings. I can't even watch it with other people.
Yeah, you left the room when we were watching it last time.
Yeah.
You left for like 40 minutes, and you came back with different pants.
I was like, listen, guys, I need to take a massive dump. Don't pause the video.
All right, so you can tell us who the hottest Ent is then. Right?
Oh,
Now I have to look up Ent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, alright, quickly. Alright, Alex, now's your time to shine. What are Ents other than Treebeard? I don't know. Last time I read, I think it's been a decade since I read Lord of the Rings, so, like, I don't know.
Well, there's Leaf Dick.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
There's,
Bark Vag.
Yeah, but alright, yeah, there you go. I was like, Bark something. Yeah.
Bark Simpson.
Bark Simpson. Fuck you. Fuck you. God damn it.
That was...
Podcast is canceled. I'm bringing this whole thing down.
We're done, guys.
Douglas Fir.
Yeah, alright. What do we want to talk about next? What about
we like touched on the Minecraft. We can dive in deep into that, I think.
I want to cut into that.
This is probably one of the most easily explainable phenomenons. Like
maybe.
This is one where we don't necessarily wonder about why. It's more just it's there.
And the explanation is 13-year-olds.
Right, the explanation is 13-year-olds and the fact that Minecraft has sold like 100 million copies. Yes. Every 13-year-old has Minecraft.
Okay, yes. Definitely as far as like the really like common, popular like Minecraft stuff, but there's like also the crossover between like the Minecraft stuff and like the like really young kid like bad animation world that's like a little more surreal.
True.
But let's do one thing at a time.
I think we're putting the cart before the horse. What are we even talking about?
So really popular on YouTube are Minecraft animations. Obviously, there's tons of them out there. But in particular, there's a few that I feel like exemplify certain trends. And so one of them is Futuristic Hub, which we may have mentioned before on the podcast briefly. But basically, he does like 3D animations in a Minecraft style, in which usually it's just like whatever video games are popular or like cartoons are popular, so like SpongeBob Pikachu makes an appearance. Five Nights at Freddy's makes an appearance. Angry Birds makes an
Angry
appearance.
Birds
Spider-Man,
makes many
Elsa,
appearances.
Power Rangers, like every possible pop culture thing, this guy just mashes into his animations, and they're all like really uncanny and really lowbrow and like awful, like vapid content, like even for kids, right? Like some of you out there might say like, oh, well, it's for kids, of course it's gonna be dumbed down, but like no, like even if you're a kid, this shit's fucked.
Yeah, it's also like not necessarily kid friendly.
No, yeah, exactly. He has like weird, like unfunny, like sexual content. Aka this podcast. He has like there's like racist jokes in there too, like sprinkled in periodically. Like there was like
periodically is conservative.
Yeah, I mean we hone in on those ones because they like make us laugh. You know, like
but
we're like.
Not... Hang on. Back up. Yeah.
Yeah. When I say make us laugh, I don't mean like we're laughing with him. I mean we're like laughing out of being uncomfortable and like at him for being like that.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me give a quick example. So there's an animation in which the main character Steve or whatever, he's like it's called SpongeBob and Minecraft episode fucking 5 or whatever, and like SpongeBob and Patrick are there and they're like following Steve on this like adventure, and he's like, oh okay, hold on guys, I gotta open the secret entrance, and he like goes around a corner for a second, and they're like, oh, where did he go? And then he dives down underwater, and there's like a lever on the wall, and it says like chocolate lever, I don't know, like eat me or like suck me to enter, and then it just shows him sucking on this thing like it's a dick for like 10 seconds, and then he comes up and then the door opens and like, oh, where did you go? And he's like, oh, don't worry about it.
Let's not miss out on the like low-hanging racial jab that it's a chocolate lever.
Yeah, exactly. They make like a joke about black dicks, and it's like, oh my god. There's another one where it's like he plays the Charlie pencil game, and it's like this thing where like you balance pencils on a piece of paper, and like the like fluctuations in air pressure move the pencil around, and you like answers questions for you, and he like asks it questions.
Pretend it's a ghost.
Yeah, and you pretend it's a ghost. Chris Boyle's
it's EMF rays is what makes the pencil move, actually.
And he asks the thing something about like, it's really awful. It like hurts to even repeat this, but he asks it something about like, do you like watermelon? And it says yes. And he's like, oh, I didn't know you were black. And it's like, oh god, like I just like wince when I hear that.
So like everybody likes watermelon.
Yeah, right. But anyway, there's that, and then there's also another thing that like is absolutely fascinating to me. There's Minecraft High School, and so like there are tons of series that take place in Minecraft in which people role play being in high school in Minecraft, and like there's like episode after episode in these series, and like I said, there are multiple of these. This is like a genre almost.
Clarification: this is not Futuristic Hub.
No, this is not Futuristic Hub. This is like, it takes place in Minecraft, like in engine. Futuristic Hub is not in Minecraft. He does like animations that are in a Minecraft style. There's one
Very
of these.
different.
There's one of these Minecraft high school things in which there's like a school shooting even in it, which is like incredibly upsetting, and I only laugh because it like makes me extremely uncomfortable, and it's really bizarre. And when I say like they're role playing like they're in high school, like it really like they're trying to make it like a drama, you know, like it's not like a comedy thing generally, like it's this drama about being in high school, like, you know, like something that you'd find on Nickelodeon, but even shittier and lower budget because like one person is doing it and editing it, you know. So yeah, that's my spiel about this
And
Minecraft
in
videos.
the Minecraft engine instead of with actors.
Yeah, and like usually they'll like use like pre.
Well, wait, does it have actors?
Stuff. So like a lot of times
Like
they'll
voice
have
like
like
text.
yeah, it'll be like
Oh,
text.
okay.
It'll be like they like use like command blocks or whatever to like make the characters say things in the text chat, or they'll have like other people play with them in like a server, and they'll like role play
Okay.
together. But anyway, yeah. Like let me clarify here. Like each of these videos has millions of views, particularly Futuristic Hub. Futuristic Hub is extremely popular. Every one of his videos, without fail, has at least one. It's like 1 to 5 million views for the most part. Some of them are lower, but for the most part, he's got tons.
Like that's actually the primary thing we probably want people to get angry about. Is that he's making a living off this.
just like exploiting the attention of impressionable children and like instilling like really awful values in them.
Yeah, as well as being absolutely garbage content.
Yeah, good stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like there's sex in Minecraft.
Oh yeah, you can't forget sex in Minecraft.
Sex in Minecraft. Like two
I
Minecraft
literally
characters
cannot
are-
forget sex in
Yeah,
Minecraft.
two characters are fucking and like a creeper like watches them through the window. There's like, I'm looking at one thumbnail, it's a Minecraft on Omegle, and there's a Minecraft girl with her titties out. There's actually
Are
three
they
of
just
these.
like squares?
There's three of them. Yep, yeah, they're just flesh squares. Yeah, there's three of them.
Listen, it'll get the job done.
Saw 2014 SpongeBob edition, Angry Minecraft Part 3, Doctor Who, parentheses Angry Birds, Harlem Shake animation edition in all caps. The names alone are pretty fantastic.
I guess the other thing that's kind of tangential to this is the trend that we've noticed, or at least I guess it's not necessarily a mainstream trend, but there's a specific type of video that's kind of like spread on YouTube in like the young child zone. Videos that parents just put on for their kids to watch that'll be like nursery rhymes.
That's our hypothesis anyway, that like that's the reason they have so many videos.
But something specific is people will take like you know, like the family finger, you know, where it's like father finger,
Which like
finger,
incidentally, like that is not a nursery thing that I'd ever heard of.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
I think it's
Not
something
until
that like
this.
this is my hypothesis about this. Is I spent like too much time thinking about these videos. I think that it's like popular among people that English is a second language. I think it's like
That too,
popular,
yeah.
like it's a popular like song that like English teachers use to teach young kids to speak English. I think like
Right.
that's where it's popular.
Okay.
But so like there's lots of videos of these like nursery rhymes with like a 3D animation to go along with them, and most of the time it's just kind of, you know, it sounds like, you know, it's broken English, the audio quality is terrible and the animation's terrible, but all of that is, I guess, all right. You know, they're just kind of bad videos. But then there's channels that will put out just these family finger videos, but they must have like, they have an animation program and they have like a path. And they can put different characters in the video, and they just do the same audio, same animations, but with different characters.
Copy paste, yeah.
So they pump out thousands and thousands of these videos. So they'll do like, you know, Family Finger Minions, Family Finger Spider-Man, Family Finger Elsa, Family Finger Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because like they take requests too, and like they kind of go off of what's popular. And some of these like definitely play off of their own. Like they've realized that we'll watch for the bizarreness of it.
right. It might be a little self-aware.
Some of this you might have heard of too, because I think at this point some of this stuff has been making the rounds
Yeah.
among like the rest of the internet, other than people that are just putting it on for their kids.
I just really enjoy how you can search Hitler, fart, Catwoman, and like there's a video that comes up which is it's Hitler and Catwoman as the family, you know, father is Hitler, mother is Catwoman on the Family Finger song. But each time they show the animation for the character, it's just Hitler farting in a toilet and Catwoman farting into a toilet, and like with fart sound effects and everything. And
like we've seen these videos so many times that like usually the shock has like worn off at this point, but like now that I'm here like on the podcast really thinking about it, like it's just
And having to consider that we're broadcasting this.
I think if nothing else with this podcast, I want to impress upon the listener the like age of excess that we live in which like there's a video that will come up when you type in Hitler, Catwoman, toilet, fart, father finger. Like, there's so many of us now, and there's like so many powerful tools at our disposal that we are able to create media this specific. And like,
Yeah.
like even like this YouTube shit aside, like the fan fiction, right? Like there's and like Rule 34, the like erotic images, like of any character you can think of, it's probably there, or like something, you know, you know how the rest goes, like it will be made soon enough.
I wonder if there's any chance this is like procedurally generated stuff, like it parses what's popular by looking at like what's trending.
I think it's automated to an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they still have to like drag and drop the models and probably like export it by hand, but like the project is probably ready with the audio and the animations, and they just have to drag in a new model.
They might have like some
Yeah,
algorithm that like generates like keywords, and then they just like get
Find
a
a
new,
model.
find
Right.
the Elsa model, paste it in.
This one is 5 little Donald Trump the Redeemer candy jumping on the bed.
Oh yeah, they do candy versions where
Hold
they're
on
just
a
like
second.
they're like bright colored.
Donald
Yeah.
Trump the Redeemer,
It's
like
Hold on.
It's
Christ
like Donald
the
Trump,
Redeemer.
but the bottom of his body is like, yeah, the bottom of the Christ the Redeemer statue.
What the fuck?
It is
Hold
oddly
on.
specific, huh?
Uh,
Donald Trump candy go to the toilet and fart.
What?
hang on, that's not that baffling. That could be real life.
Don't
Yeah.
distract from the fact that this video, 5 little Donald Trump the Redeemer candy, 1.6 million views, and
Yeah.
the
I
channel has
know.
244,000, or I'm sorry, 244,000 subscribers.
Oh my god. Yeah, like there's the Trump with like the bottom part half is the Christ the Redeemer, and then there's another one with Trump has like a female body. Like there's like the mom like calling mama called the doctor and the doctor said, and the mama is still Trump, like a gummy like candy Trump on a woman's body. Like I know like if you're listening to this, you're probably like, what the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck? Like I implore you to like look this up.
It has to be seen to be believed.
It does
Hang on.
kind of have to be seen to be believed.
Hang on, Donald Trump, dinosaur, Ankylosaurus candy walking finger pound. It's just.
Is that a dinosaur?
It's a brightly
Yeah.
colored Ankylosaurus with Trump's head.
What the fuck? I mean, yeah, and there's tons that with Minions and Shrek and like.
I wish I could say this is like someone other than him because I'd like it. It would be nice if it was
Al Gore.
Al
Velociraptor.
Gore. Yeah, Al Gore.
Poops on toilet.
Ankylosaurus.
I don't think it really matters who
Or-
it is. It's like it's super ridiculous
famous
either
person,
way.
period.
And I just feel like name is trending so much. I just want to avoid it for the like sacred minutes of this podcast. Sorry, I mean
Right.
blasphemous minutes of this podcast.
Yeah,
but still.
that's fair. That's fair enough.
We're
but,
not
like,
talking about him in any context except like pooping in the toilet and falling
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
bed.
And having his head pasted on
Yeah, this isn't
a
exactly
dinosaur.
a ringing endorsement.
So the Ankylosaurus is like that one monster in Godzilla is probably not helping to illuminate it at all. But it's like it has an armored back and it walks on all fours.
Oh, there's a PewDiePie one.
Ooh, cute.
What's it
There's
called?
PewDiePie and then also Hitler. Well, there's see what I also
One in
noticed
the
that they've done
same.
is that I mean, once they get a new model, you're not just gonna use that in one video, right? You're gonna put that in every video because they have like 6 or 7 types.
Yeah.
So like, if they get a new model, you know, they have Candy Donald Trump and they put that in all 6 of
Every
the different
single,
types.
yeah.
So like, that also helps to like add to the thousands and thousands of videos. I wish there was a way to like count how many videos they have, but there's no.
Yeah.
Or maybe the about page, maybe.
Possible.
No, that just has how many views. But like, YouTube definitely used to have an option to see how many videos, because like
Maybe it's only
this
if
is
you own the channel, you can see that.
probably yeah. This is definitely they're definitely in the thousands though, like no doubt.
Yeah. Between like this channel and every other one, there's definitely like tons of these things. So wait, we can calculate this, right? So we can figure out how many on average are released per week, and then we go to a date added oldest. And okay, they started 2 years ago, and then we can kind of extrapolate.
Yeah,
Seems
it
like
looks like they.
once
Well, it
every
looks
2
like they're
weeks.
inconsistent.
Yeah, it looks very inconsistent.
Because like there's a
actually.
lot from 4 months ago, but then only a few from 3 months ago.
Okay.
So like,
Never mind.
it's not really worth it, but it's also just.
Gotta know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess other weird YouTube stuff. There's like there's also this furry channel. This is kind of similar. Basically he makes like Five Nights at Freddy's furry animations, and like he's on like part 15 now, you know.
I think you mean FNAF.
Sorry, yeah.
It stands for Furry Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah.
Or FNAF with like an extended F, so that you know there's 2 Fs there. It's FNAF.
But this guy got started with this animation called Furry Love Story, sad animated short, and it's got like 2 million views, and this like garnered him like a pretty significant amount of popularity. But yeah, it's just like a Newgrounds like level animation in which this guy is like moping around on Valentine's Day. He picks up a rose and then gets shot. That's the
Wait, I didn't
punchline.
get that far.
Yeah. So basically, what happens was he's moping around on Valentine's Day,
That's a
thinking
good
about what to
punchline.
get his girlfriend, I guess. And then he picks a rose, and somebody shoots the motherfucker in the head. And then his girlfriend's just sitting, like, waiting for him, like, all sad. And then, like, zooms in a photo of them together. And, like, this is, like, presented as a drama, not a comedy. let me like clarify that. Like, this is presented dramatically. But yeah, so it's some real like Bambi shit,
Here's just a little callback, mashing stuff that we've already talked about together. I just found a fidget spinner family finger video.
Oh,
my
good.
God.
I was actually looking for that.
So yeah,
Fuck yeah.
before anybody's like snarky is like, oh, I wonder if that. Yes, it does. It's already been done.
Yep.
You're not first.
That's the thing. Like, you can't. Like, there's just so much of this shit out there now. Like, if you can think of it, you just like type the words into the Google machine, and it just.
I think
there's
typing
already...
it sometimes creates it.
Yeah, right. It's like a quantum. Like these videos exist in a quantum state, and when you measure it, it like changes the result. But I guess so. While we're on the topic of YouTube, we can also mention Bob and Bev, I guess. Unless you guys have anything else. Unless you guys had anything else to say about Minecraft or.
I think getting that out there is actually pretty important.
Yeah.
Spreading the word.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Bob and Bev.
Definitely. Yeah, there's this
B&B style.
B&B style. Music B&B style. So it's this couple that like make these like karaoke videos where like usually it's the like wife presumably, or maybe the brother and sister. I actually have no idea. But
I think they're husband and wife is the impression I get, but
the wife stands in front of a green screen and does a karaoke, and then the husband sometimes joins in. He'll do backup vocals or he'll sing, and they always put in like really unique stuff in the green screen, and the green screen effects are very hapdash and excellent, and they produce a lot of content, and I extremely highly recommend it. I recommend the viewer to look up particularly the Call Me Maybe one, and also Pumped Up Kicks is good. They also do a rendition of "Oh Crawling" by Linkin Park.
yeah.
Down
Down with
the
the
hits.
Sickness.
Yeah, Down with the Sickness. Chop
Those
Suey.
are all of the hits.
All styles.
Yeah, Africa, Toto. They all this shit. So I really recommend looking into them. And they accept fan entries, and the three of us are really hoping to get into one of them because we're all.
It doesn't seem like they do that very often.
No.
It seems like they do it like every now and a while. So like
We're
waiting and we're hoping that one day they open it back up to live submissions,
And we catch
would
it.
love to.
Yeah.
We would love to be featured in it, Bob. That would just.
That would
be
make all of our
amazing.
lives. Yeah, they're kind of heroes to us. Because I love their effects are absolutely priceless. I really recommend you check out their visual effects. They always
Literally priceless.
Yeah,
You know?
they always
Price on it.
they always pick nice. They always pick like the best. They'll have like transitions and like word art and like really pixelated zoom ins. Another thing that they'll do is like layer themselves. So like they'll be their own backup vocals. They'll like record themselves singing the song multiple times and then like paste in the green screen space themselves. So they'll have like 4 clones being the backup vocals, which is fucking awesome and hilarious.
The only thing I can think to describe them as is earnest.
Yes, they're extremely earnest. That's why I'm trying like not to really rag on them because they're like definitely having a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah.
And like I can't find fault with that at all. They're like excellent.
I mean, it takes guts to put your stuff out there.
Uh-huh. I'm in the Bohemian Rhapsody video, and they have like
They did Bohemian Rhapsody.
yeah,
That's
they
awesome.
have like
Of course they do.
the 3 diamonds in the background. Well, it's when Bev is singing one of the parts.
Yeah, I see it.
The 3 diamonds in the background that are like the chemical hazard symbol ratings, but it's her inside them.
Yeah, that's awesome. This is amazing.
Well, it's because her singing is
Hey, you cut that out right
excellent.
now.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
Listen, it's karaoke, right? Like they're doing it just for the fun of it. Like I don't think anyone here is like trying to be the next American
Hey, when I sang the
Idol.
Father Finger song earlier, it was on point. Every note was perfect. I have perfect pitch, and that was a shining example of what the male voice should sound like. Okay.
Where are you?
Put me on American
Oh,
Idol.
another one. Okay, wait, hold on. Just like going back to that very briefly. They always seem to pick these like nursery rhymes I never fucking heard of. There's another one that's like about Johnny Johnny Yes Papa. That's what it is. And it's
yeah.
like Johnny Johnny Yes Papa, eating sugar, no Papa, telling lies. Ha ha
No,
ha. Oh no,
Papa.
open your mouth. Ha ha ha. Like that. It's like what the fuck? Like I first saw that and I thought I was like watching like a video from like an alternate timeline or something like that. Is like it's like familiar but also very uncanny at the same time, and that's what I mean by that.
Yeah, it's like something bleeded into my conscience from another
Right.
my consciousness from another universe.
It's quite strange. Because yeah, and I mean, not to mention the animations are always really like uncanny valley 3D stuff,
Yeah.
or you know, canny valley 3D stuff.
I live firmly in the Candy
This is
Valley.
an extremely canny valley.
Yeah.
Everything is fear all the time.
Also, one of Bob and Bev's videos I'm looking at, it says All-Star Shrek Smash Mouth. Like, it's not All-Star by Smash Mouth, there's just Shrek in there,
Shrek.
too.
They're never gonna get away from that.
No.
That band.
Yeah, Smash Mouth forever is, like, intimately entwined with Shrek now, which is excellent.
Yeah. They should be thankful.
That's how I want to go out. I want to be intimately entwined with
Balls
Shrek.
deep in Shrek, yeah.
Emphasis
Balls
on
deep in a
intimate.
hog. Yeah. Well, maybe that's how we should go out in this podcast. Go out squealing.
Balls deep in Shrek.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, thanks for listening.
I feel worse overall.
I feel like I don't have the energy to be sincere right now. But,
mission
but thank
mission
you for
accomplished.
listening. Yeah.
Give me a
I
big
feel
mission
worse.
accomplished banner.
I hope you do too, listener.
Hope we were able to foist some of our horror onto you.
Merry Foistmas.